I trust this will suffice.
God smiles upon the generous.
Oh, away with you! Back to your cesspit, beggar! A land grotesque as its people. You dreamt of utopia. You saw the tribes united as one.
Oh.
That dream died long ago. You should have done the same. Your kingdom will perish alongside you. By my hand.
I cannot fathom it. His Majesty killed in his own bed.
The blooms upon the prince's grave had yet to wilt. Without an heir to wear the crown, what will become of the royal magic?
Thus vulnerable, an invasion might undo us.
From within or without, the state hangs on a precipice. It may even come to civil war.
In dark times, we must stand together.
Your Eminence!
Who could do this?
Few could even enter the king's chambers, let alone draw close. And yet,
His Majesty's arcane power could deflect near any blade. With all the royal bloodline's magic, who could harm him at all?
shadows stir in the castle just as they did with the prince. What hellbound soul could end a royal life? Who would dare such atrocity? Huh?
Luis.
I love these
Shame
cutscenes.
to die with no heirs. The prince was taken too soon. And only a king may wield the royal scepter. The very crux of his vaunted bloodline's magic, which made such a fine deterrent to war. One has to ask, them dead, who shall take the throne?
Who's there? I can feel you watching me from a place beyond my sight. Whoever you are, please tell me. Does our world pique your interest? Pardon my curiosity, but would you tell me your name? That is to say, tell me who you really are. The one who meets my eyes across a strange threshold. Ah, a most unusual name. One I've never heard in our world. Which suggests to me you might reside in a world beyond ours. It is a curious thing that in your eyes, my entire world is but the dawn of a story yet untold. Or to put it another way, this is a fantasy. But can it truly be dismissed as something so far removed from you? If indeed you wish to cross to our world for a time, I would first ask that you indulge one question. Is fantasy limited to the confines of imagination? Would you call it a powerless, more than wishful thinking, more than fiction? This must be what I confess. My own answer still eludes me. Consider, if fantasy is born from hope, a desire, then that hope can be made manifest. Thus does change come. Perhaps the story about to unfold before you, so?
Regicide! No, normal.
Looks like we're in the clear. The capital's just through this desert.
Is it true then? The king is dead? Aye, and the guards are more concerned with the funeral than keeping the roads safe. So now the monsters are roaming in broad daylight. No soldiers to stop them.
Monsters, huh? I've certainly been hearing the stories.
To say nothing of the vacant throne. There's a storm coming. Mark my words. That much is certain.
What's the problem?
They're bandits!
Come on, let's see some respect for the militia! Us folk, we're commoners. No crown or church will save us.
But Lord Luis will save us one and all. All we ask is a little tribute. You're with us or against us? And if you're against us...
This is so cool. Big into this.
How'd they get one of those?
Come on, hey, keep it moving. Hurry it up. Next one. Huh? Look at you. What have we got here? He's an elder. So he is. No horns, no knife is. Filthy gremlin like you. What you got in the capital? Oh, what's this? Looks like you've been holding out on us, boy. Hold it!
Oh my.
Should have listened to us, chum. Now fall in line! Let's want to get stuck like us.
I love her.
You drew steel. I take it you are prepared to die by it.
Stand aside!
Ugh, this place already feels like a death trap. You hear all that stuff about Lord Luis Satan? Hey, you okay? You still got all your limbs attached? Well, at least they didn't figure out our mission. Definitely could have gone worse.
What mission?
Come on! This is no... You do know that if anyone finds out who we really are, the mission's more important than either of our lives. If we... Think we'll make it? Let's go.
Not what I was expecting in terms of combat. Genuinely. Cool.
Watch out! Okay. Watch out!
Okay.
Looks like they found us.
I'll get away from that then. I wasn't expecting this combat. I'll be honest. I've kind of stayed blind to this because I knew that it would be sort of my kind of game because I love everything these guys do. But like, I was genuinely expecting turn-based combat.
Just checking, but you do remember what we're here to do, right?
Right. What am I doing again?
Oh, I don't know. The mission that's more important than our own lives? First, we get to the royal capital and get you enlisted as a guardsman at the army's recruitment center. This could decide the fate of the whole country. We either do our jobs or we die. And if it's all the same to you, I'd rather stay alive. So we've got to see this mission through. Come on. We don't want the sun to go down on us in the wastes. Let's pull ourselves together and get back on the road. You know what they say. Anxiety. I can at least cast my usual spell for you.
Right.
Music was the first magic this world ever knew, after all.
That's cool. I really enjoy that.
Look! Over there! Let's go. Got a sec? Not today.
Not like this.
Oh, okay, I'm already dead.
Can't die on us. You're all we have.
Well, this is good, isn't it? So I've literally just got to book it.
I don't like this. Hey, you found something.
Seamless.
This land of 8 tribes and 3 nations, all blessed by the power of magic. The United Kingdom of Uchronia. The year is 785. Uchronia is shaken to the core by the sudden death of its king. Anxiety breeds dissent among the tribes. Disparities tear them apart, and no mortal mind remembers the heroic tales upon which their land was built. By this story of fantasy, may this faded world be painted anew.
Hear my wish and come forth from the epoch of glory to grant me thy guidance.
Whoa, just look!
Get on with it, then! Drop the dog! Hang him dead! Please! I've done nothing wrong! Lying dog! Don't try to deny it! You trample the law for the fun of it!
Let it be known, for misuse of an igniter, you will hang by the neck until dead!
There's no way that crowd was going to listen to anything a Paribus said.
Such a shame. Might you spare some coin? Bless you. Oh,
careful!
Hurry!
Don't you have any street smarts? Come on, kid! Look, we're not tourists here. Gotta stay focused.
Right.
You noticed back on the wagon? You might be the only elder here, in the whole city even. The capital's incredible. Just look at all the different tribes. You never see this kind of Not that it's very balanced. I see, which means a dopey elder kid's gonna stick out like a sore thumb.
Hey, did you hear what they're saying about His Majesty? They say it wasn't illness at all.
Shh, careful who hears.
But it's just like the prince, isn't it? They say he was attacked.
Sounds like monsters have been prowling the countryside. The army's really gone to hell. It's a far cry from when we had Count Louis.
Hard to see how the nation can come back.
We'd not have to ask if the prince was still...
The king dead. His son stricken.
We've done all in our power. But not even the kingdom's best. The saint.
Over 10 years he has languished under this curse. No doubt his highness would protest. For the man who cursed his highness and murdered our king, I never thought I would have to ask this of you. But will you infiltrate the military to deliver a message to... This is your mission.
Hey, you listen. Well, I guess I can't blame you. Anyway, getting to the capital was only the beginning. Now comes the real high-stakes part. You gotta go get enlisted, so you can meet up with our operative. Remember, nobody here knows who we are. That means if we get busted, that's it. Nobody's gonna save us. Step 1. Let's figure out where the recruitment center is. Shouldn't be too hard, considering the need for soldiers. So?
I want to open the local map.
Whatever will I do?
All right then.
An elder? Here?
What have I done?
Look at that. The new model's out now. I could be out there slinging spells like a master if I had one of them.
Smash the window.
I guess that's the big city for you. Everyone and their mother has a magic igniter.
Now I want one for myself.
Yeah, until you can't imagine what it's like having to wave around. Me? I can whip out magic anytime I like.
Wonders never cease. A fairy and an elf. Well, I suggest you keep a low profile. Ah, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Here's something that might catch a foreigner's eye. This is modeled after the royal scepter, and would make the perfect...
No thanks.
What a shame.
How would you even know what the royal scepter looks like to begin? You've really never heard of it.
A symbol and instrument of the crown's sovereignty.
Looks like a rib cage.
Passed down through generations. If you will, more practically, you might call it the world's most potent magic igniter. And in the king's hands, it was enough.
Now he's dead.
Tragic, isn't it? You picked a bad time to visit, boy. I don't know why you're here.
I'll keep that in mind.
A word of caution, then. Your survival is your...
That was unnecessarily ominous. Anyway, we don't have time to hang around chatting with the locals.
There's a lot going on already, isn't there?
Give it a fall, I say. Who else can it be?
Grand chat.
All right.
I'm out of ideas.
Dear me.
That must be the recruitment center. I'll let you take it from here. It should be pretty straightforward. Oh, and if they start asking questions, just be as honest as you can. Good luck in there. Okay.
A blue blood, are you? Perhaps you're noble.
Lineage seems a strange measure for a soldier's worth. I'm looking to enlist. Is that enough for you or not?
An uppity one. Fine, lordling. Welcome to the guard, but mark my words. War will turn your arrogance to piss. When your corpse...
Rousing words, Captain. You think threats, but I'm here now, so perhaps the...
Insolent pup!
Don't. The healers have enough on their
All right, next. An elder. I thought your kind. Age 18. An orphan, too. So, what brings you to enlist?
I just want to kill some time.
And a little kingdom-sponsored bloodshed will spice up your life, eh?
Are you crazy?
So, what can you bring to our beloved corps? Any skills to speak of?
I've always been pretty lucky.
I asked. Right, last order of business. Make your mark or sign it.
Well, I'll call that person Luke as well.
You know your letters, do you? All right, lad. Welcome to the guard.
Yes!
I'm sure you heard about the monster sighting, so stay sharp. You can pick up your kit at reception. Standard issue guardsman armor and igniter. Kingdom property. So if you break it, it's coming out of your commission. On your way now. Up to... Next!
Yeah, boy.
What's the world coming to?
Look at that.
Well.
Uh-huh.
I heard they get sightings.
What? Of those huge monsters? You think that's why we're low on soldiers? What do they call them?
Next. Another Clamar. Wait, surely not.
Move it. We're arming squires and children with Ignite. Spare off in my hands.
Brute force. Crude insults.
Care to say that again?
We all have our reasons to enlist.
Oh, another. You think your pretty words will measure up?
Oh, forget the tribes. Now.
Come on. Yep.
Sorry for making
What douche?
You all right? Thanks. Just felt like step. Well, see you around.
I love him, so I'm going to be nice to him.
These days, most come with their own magna crystals. It's not the sort of thing you can master in a day. And take this too.
Wow, it's dangerous to even chart the wilds, but this...
Listen up. My name is Captain Klinger. And as of this moment, I'm sure you've all heard about our forces being tied up with the funeral proceedings for His Majesty. First, you will be deployed to a fortress at the northern border. Our veterans there will...
Perfect.
Cool, and that's our first half an hour.